Hello everyone, this is Johannes.
And this is Cinema.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and today we are continuing on our journey through our top 50 games of all time! And the crowd goes wild. Yay! Yeah, we are going to speak about board games number 40 to 31 today. So it's coming up on the list. It would be strange if we would do the same games again. So of course there's some new games this time.
Yay!
Yay! Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Like really excited? Like
yeah,
for real?
This is good games. These are great games.
Especially mine. So we will see how yours
course.
are. We will see if they are good or not. We will see really soon. Because maybe you should start.
Yeah.
With your number 40. Do you know
I can
it?
start. Yeah.
You know it, but you're gonna have to check the rest one again, right?
Huh?
Do you know all your games?
No, I just won't know this one.
You just
because
never
I
asked the
checked.
first one. Okay,
Yeah.
so number 40, let's go. Board Gaming Ramblings, top 50 games of all time.
Yeah, and my number 40 is Gaia Project.
Gaia Project.
Yeah, this is like the Terraform... No,
Terra Mystica.
Terra Mystica.
Terraforming Mystica Mars.
Yeah, part 2. Yeah, is that...
Yeah, they made the Mystica and then they went to the space and now they are in Gaia Project.
Of course. And this is a... What kind of game? You're not placing... What are you doing in the game?
You're trying to build things.
Yeah.
It's an action selection game.
Yeah.
You have all... Basically, it's like a going around style of game. You do things. You choose an action and do it. It's basically kind of easy.
Yeah, and you're trying to build things for very too few resources.
Yeah.
This is a game that I feel like I can't get the hang of, like Terra Mystica, and it doesn't haven't been an amazing game for me. But then Gaia Project came and. I was like, oh, this is a better version.
Yeah, absolutely.
In my eyes.
It
and
is, yeah.
Now I'm just like seeing it on the shelf and oh, I want to play that game because it's really good. I think it's took all the things that I didn't like about Terra Mystica and did something else. And I like that.
Yeah, I really think this is an amazing game. It is better than Terra Mystica. We kind of had the same feeling of Terra Mystica that we really liked it when we got it, and it kind of declined for us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that the good things that we enjoyed about Terra Mystica is shining in a new light in this game.
Absolutely, so that's your number 40?
Yeah.
That's Gaia Project. So let's go to my number 40, which is Dominion.
Yeah.
This is kind of like the first game that I played, which was like a hobby board game. It was the first deck builder I played, of course, because it was one of the first games I played, and it's still a game I really like. It has fallen quite a bit on the top 50 because it's more and more nostalgic why it's here, but every time I play it, I'm still having fun. Especially when playing with 2 players and especially when playing with fast players.
Yeah.
Because playing Dominion, when you're kind of good at it or played it really many times so you will play fast, playing it with slow players may be like the worst thing to ever play in the world. I would rather play like some other game and you will have AP for an hour than play Dominion with slow players. But Dominion is a really fun game. We have quite a few expansions and it's still fun every time I play it, and that's why it's my number 40.
Yeah, this is a solid deck builder that's have too many expansions and it's
all
got
the expansions.
Lots of variety. No game is exactly the same as the other, and it's what you make it. If you're like trying to get the expansions that you haven't played it before, it's quite fun. I like this one a lot, but it's not one of my favorite games. It's not.
That's okay. So that's my number 40.
Yeah.
Let's just go on with it. You're number 39.
Yeah, now I have to check because
Checking
I don't
always.
remember anymore.
I have to do it as well.
Yeah, my number 39 is a Scythe, actually.
Wow.
This is fallen for me. I really like this game.
You
and I
did?
still do. I still do.
I didn't know you liked it this much.
Yeah, I think it's... I'm having fun each time I play it, and depending on... If I get a, faction, I've played it with before or play with a new one. I think it's, I find a way for me to make it interesting with trying new things each time. And this is a no, it's not the worker placement.
No, it's an action selection
action
game.
selection, and you have different.
You're moving your pawn
Yeah.
from the actions, and you can't take the same action.
No, but you also have unique actions for you. You don't have the same actions as the other guys. You do, but they're different combination in the same action. So you're trying to get a strategy of that, I think. Yeah.
You think? Have you played this game?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, good.
But I don't remember what I heavily base my strategy on. But I think that's part of what you.
Yeah, some of the factions are better. Some of the factions are better on some things, some of the factions are better on other things. But you can basically make the strategy you want.
Yeah.
So this game is a game I liked, but it didn't really hit home with me as well as it did with you and a lot of other people in our play group. So we played it sometimes, but I'm not really so interested in playing it again. But I will play it again if you recommend it and if you don't have a pile of other games to play.
Yeah.
So it's a good one. I think I will enjoy playing it again. I was not really good at it, which always makes it a little bit less interesting.
Yeah.
But it's a fun game, not just one of my favorites.
Yeah, and it has some conflict in it as well, but I think it's quite forgivable and doesn't have so much impact if you trying to attack me. So that way I can live with it. Yeah.
As Care Bears, we still think it's a fun game.
Yeah.
So yeah, my number 39 is a completely different game, which is all about taking that and then some. This is a game about aliens in space. This is a game called Cosmic Encounter. This is kind of one of the oldest games we have. It's really old. It's and when I say old, I don't mean 3 weeks. I mean this is a 40-year-old game or something. Yeah. This is an amazing game. This is one of the games that's really strange because I usually like these no luck or little luck Euro heavy cool games, and then Cosmic Encounter comes along. It's just chaos and stupidity and awesomeness, which I really, really like. I think this game is fun. It's one of those games that the players you play with have a lot to do how fun the game is.
Yeah.
Because some people will just hate this game because it's so chaos and so random. But for me, this is a game that's usually a lot of fun. So many crazy aliens, so many crazy abilities. After we bought the game, I bought a couple of expansions. So I had this pile of aliens. I don't know what I need those for because I will never get through half of them. But it's a really fun game, which we don't play it often, but when we play it, it's really fun.
Yeah, it's one of those games when we have a bigger play group over and if we're finished with a bigger game and we just, we need something that's silly but really cool, and we bring out this one and we know what we're gonna get, but also we don't because anything can happen. It's absurd and I like that.
Everything is so unbalanced and overpowered and really, really fun.
Yeah.
So that's my 39. Yeah, so let's go to your 38.
My 38 is a two-player that's you talked about actually in our last video. It's DVONN. It's the abstract game from the GIF series that we got the first. So I think that's why I like it the best in the series. But it's a really neat...
it's also the quickest one.
Yeah. And you want to play again and again and again. So, yeah, I really like this one as a two-player game. It's a two-player only, so, yeah.
It's really good. Okay, so my number 38 is Tramways. This was on your last one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
It was. So, basically, we spoke about this in the last video. It's a good Alban Viard game, kind of Age of Steam-ish, where you make tramways. As you had problems remembering the last time, I almost forgot it now. You make tramways, delivering people to different buildings, getting points, trying to not get stressed out and get lots of negative points, using cards in a really interesting way, and having a brutal auction at the beginning of each round, which is always fun. This is a great game. Tramways, my number 38.
Yeah, I've already talked about it. It's my number 49, so I obviously like it quite a lot as well. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, 38, 49, and let's go to your 37.
Yeah. My 37 is Viticulture.
Wow.
Yeah, I like this game a lot. It's gotten better. We have the...
So is this the Stonemaier game? Liz, this time?
I didn't realize, okay, but I really like this one. I think it's gotten better with the expansion we
the
bought.
Tuscany, we have the essential edition of both of them.
Yeah.
So basically like the real Tuscany, the first Tuscany expansion had lots more modules. But we have like the essential Viticulture and the essential Tuscany.
Yeah, and this is a worker placement game.
It is!
And you're trying to make wine and like make your grow, what do you call it? Grapes. Yeah, grapes. And delivering them to customers and...
you don't deliver the grapes, you deliver wine.
Yeah, of
You
course.
have to make wine first.
Plant the grapes, pluck them, make wine, deliver to customers, and you also get a lot of visitors that can make you, do lots of things on your wine farm thing.
Farm, vineyard, I think it's called.
Yeah, maybe it's called that.
Winery. Wine farm. I don't think it's called that.
Yeah, but I think the nice thing about the Tuscany expansion is that you add more interesting things in, because you play 4 seasons, and in the base game, I think spring and winter or something isn't that exciting, so that get more interesting.
More things happen.
Yeah, and you also get more possibilities, and therefore luck is not that much of a problem with the expansion. I think.
I think the game is good. I think it has a luck of the draw problem with the visitors, because you can basically draw 5 visitors and get nobody that can help you.
Yeah.
I can draw 3 that will give me 3 points each, and there's not so many points before you win the game. So basically, the visitors, I think, is a too much of a luck factor. I think Tuscany, the expansion, makes it better because you will draw more visitors, which makes it like it mitigates the luck a bit, but still, you can still end up drawing things that don't help you at all, and I will draw things that will help me massively.
Yeah,
so that's my biggest problem with this game, but it's a good one.
Yeah, and I kind of agree with you there, but also when I'm drawing visitors in this game, I'm just like, oh, this can't help me at all, but maybe this is something I can work to make happen, to gain a benefit of. So it kind of gives the game some kind of direction as well. If you can't use it then and there, yeah.
Okay, so that's your 37?
Yeah.
My 37 is another game. It's another game. That wouldn't be would be really strange if it wasn't. This is actually also one of the first big games we got. A game I introduced to somebody I shouldn't have introduced them to because they haven't played any games before.
Yeah.
And that's Eclipse. There's a new version of Eclipse coming out soon, which I think I'm gonna back on Kickstarter, even though you don't like the game.
Yeah.
But Eclipse is a really...
You're gonna back that? Okay.
I think so, because it looks beautiful. But the Eclipse is a really nice science fiction 4X, basically like a Euro game 4X variant where you move around in space, you research tech, you make cool little plastic model spaceships, and you can make them better. You can adjust them as you want to, make them as cool as you want to, and move around in space and shoot people or just try to do Cold War stuff. It's a really fun game. I haven't played it in a while, but it's one of those games that I really enjoy, even though there is a lot of conflict in the game, because you can kind of like trying to make like if you know somebody's going to attack you, you'll have to try to make more shields on your thing, so you'll try to mitigate the luck of the dice rolling and the attacking, and just everything in this game is kind of fun.
I think I've told you this before, that this is Scythe for me. After we got Scythe, I never need to play this again, because it's not the same
at all,
but I get the same feeling. I just
you
feel
do.
like
Wow.
I'm good at Scythe. I'm not, I think it's too much conflict in Eclipse, even though it's kind of not. Because if
there's not many battles.
No, but if you attack me, I lose the resources, and it's the same way inside. But I think the Cold War inside, it's not that much pressure inside that it is in Eclipse, and I don't like the Cold War stuff.
And you kind of get stressed out, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
When somebody might attack you, you will get kind of stressed out.
Yeah, because I don't want to do the war thing anyway, so just go ahead and do it.
You just want to sit in your corner and be like, do.
Yeah.
But we usually both do. But Eclipse is a game I really enjoy, and that is why it is my number 37.
Yeah. Ooh.
Do you have a number 36?
Yeah, I do.
That's great.
And that is Patchwork.
Patchwork!
Yeah, it's a 2-player game from UV Rosenberg.
It is.
It's one of my favorite 2-player games.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's quick, it's simple, it's pretty straightforward. You're building like this
quilt.
Yeah, with lots of
patches.
Patches.
That's why the game is called Patchwork.
The language.
Use patches to work with the quilt.
Yeah, and you're trying to fill out as many spaces on your board as possible, and also when you're trying to get big pieces of patches, you're trying to get them with buttons, because buttons make
currency.
Yeah, so you can buy more patches. So yeah, the balance there is really neat, and it goes quickly, and I even have the app on my phone, so I play it when I'm bored.
And you are so much better than me at this game, which makes you almost always win this game. But it's still a really, really fun game, which I also enjoy quite a bit. It's as you say, it's really easy to learn the rules. It's kind of quick, takes half an hour, but it's still kind of meaty decisions. It's not like, you kind of have to think and try to puzzle. I like the spatial element of puzzling. I like puzzling games. It's really fun. That's Patchwork. So that's your number 36.
Yeah, it is.
My number 36 is a game by Viticulture. This is one of the games I really wish we played more, but we haven't, and it's CO2.
Yeah.
This is the semi-co-op game where you try to be the best corporation in making the planet more green by making cool projects and doing things that will not make the world go to bad.
Yeah.
Go to bad.
Pieces.
Go to bed.
Yeah.
It will not blow up. It doesn't blow up in this game. It's not like an alien invasion, but it's kind of like CO2. So it's the environment.
Unbreathable.
The environment is killing it, and you have to try. Sometimes you have to do something that's not like ideal for your strategy or for your points, just to make the world not die. Because if the world have too much pollution, everybody loses, and that's more boring than you winning.
Yeah.
So CO2 is a really fun game, and it's my number 36.
I really need to play this again. It's not on my list because I've only played it once and I don't remember anything except that I thought it was really fun. And it's a Viticulture game, so I really need to play it. Yeah, I do.
That's great.
And talking about great, my number 35, is it? Yeah. My number 35 is Great Western Trail.
Yeah. Whoa, that's a transition!
Thank you.
But you could have done that from like any game because we're doing great games. So
yeah, that's true. But,
so your 35 is Great Western Trail.
Yeah, and I really like this game. It's what do you do? I can't.
You move your cowboy.
Yeah, that's what you do, and you're trying to get the most like
points.
Workable actions on your route up to from Texas to Kansas.
Something like that.
And there you have to ship your cows to send them away to get points. Or not get negative points is the goal, I think. Yeah.
Oh, it's the point is to get points.
Yeah, but you also can get points other places in the game, so yeah.
Yeah, but it's still the point to get points, not to not get negative points.
Of course.
It's like a strange way of saying it's like, it's really good to not get negative points, because you will get 0 points and not lose, but you will lose if nobody gets negative points.
Yeah.
That's everything you have to say about the game?
Yeah, I think it's, I have a blast each time I play it. It's fun. It's fun.
It is a good game. I was really bad at it when we got it, and I tweeted about it, but like, I'm really bad at this game, and the designer was like, you just have to copy the player who is really good. And I did that, and I lost even more horribly. So, I'm not good at this game. Not even following the designer's tips about how I'm being good. I'm really bad. But it's a really fun game. It has some really strange... It has one really strange mechanic where you want to have this herd of cows that are all different.
Yeah.
Because that won't happen in the real world. It's like, nope, I don't want 2 of that cow. I only want different cows in my herd. Because that's better than sending them on a train. I don't know why. Because somebody want to buy all different cows? But it's a really fun game. It's really nice with the buildings. You can build buildings that will hinder other people or help other people. All in all, it's a really, really fun game.
Yeah, and I too have some problems figuring out how to be good at this game, because it's some different strategies, and balancing them and figuring out what's best for you can be difficult. Yeah. Cool. But that's also what makes this game really interesting.
So that's 35 for you?
Yeah.
Great Western Trail. And speaking about In the Year of the Dragon, my number 35 is In the Year of the Dragon.
Wow.
Was that a good transition as well?
Oh, amazing. You learned so fast.
It was even better than yours because I just said the name of my game.
Thank you.
Boom. So, my number 35 is In the Year of the Dragon from Stefan Feld. This is a really punishing game where you're just trying to stay afloat and not kill all your people and not burn down all your houses and still get points. It's really fun. It's a great game. We played it the first time with 2. It was good with 2, but it's best with 4 or 5 players. It's an amazing Stefan Feld game. It really feels different from a lot of his newer designs. This is an older game, like 10 years old. Really feels different. It's the most punishing Stefan Feld game I played, and it's a blast to play.
Yeah, I've only played this one with 2. I imagine that...
You have?
Yeah.
Have you only played it one time you
Yeah,
played it? Wow, I didn't know.
And I'm imagining it will be better with more players.
You only played it once?
Yeah, I have.
I thought you played it with me all the times.
No, I have only played it once. Unfortunately, this is really a really good game, and it feels really different from his other games.
Yeah.
In his other games, it's just like, oh, you do this, you get lots of points, and here,
Boom,
and you
points
can
for
do
you,
this
points
and
for you,
this.
points for you.
And in this game, it's just like, whichever action I take is gonna be bad anyways.
Yes.
I'm gonna die, so yeah. But it's a cutthroat game in like the punishing way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's refreshing to get these kind of games from Stefan Feld as well.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we have to get you to play that with more then.
Yeah, we have to.
That's my 35 In the Year of the Dragon.
My 34...
Speaking about dragons, no?
No, it's no dragons,
no.
it's this game. It's an alpaca. This is Altiplano.
Okay.
And this is a
Speaking about animals, you could have said? Or
yeah.
speaking about things
I'm taking critique now.
Okay,
Yeah. But
Altiplano.
this is a game from 2017. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's one of the ones we got from Essen that we really played lots of times when we got home, and I really enjoyed it. It's a bag building game, and that's the only mechanic, I think.
Yeah, you get things, you put it in the bag and you draw them out of the bag and do actions.
Yeah.
So it's kind of action selection as well,
Yeah,
because you put
that's
out
true.
on the action
Yeah.
that you want to do and you move around the place to be able to do the actions at the different spaces and you try to get points during the game.
Yeah, this is for me the better version of Orléans. I think when I've played it a couple of times that it's a little too light for me, that I'm ending up with the same strategies, like depending on which character I have picked in the start of the game. It's not that much heaviness and complicated things in the game.
No.
And I really miss that, but I like that you don't have so much of the luck of the draw in this game.
Yeah, basically it's kind of more like a deck builder, but where you use stuff, you put it into a box, and then when it's empty in the bag, you just put everything in the box into the bag again.
Yeah.
So you know you will cycle through all your pieces. That's like one of the main things I like really a lot in Altiplano.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's because it's so simple and straightforward, it goes pretty fast as well, and it's fun to play with more players and easy to get to the table, so I like this one.
Absolutely, it's a fun game. That is your number 34. So let's go to my number 34. Let's do it quick. It's Patchwork.
Yay!
So it's kind of close to your.
Yeah.
We already spoke about this, so let's not use any more time saying the same things that we just did like 5 minutes ago.
I want to repeat every word.
No,
actually.
you don't remember every word. I don't have any idea what I said about the game. That's my number 34.
Yeah.
So it's your number 33.
Oh,
This is going quick.
Yeah.
We're soon up at 30. We soon only have 3 more videos with more cool games. So your number 33 is...
My number 33 is a co-op. It's Spirit Island.
Spirit Island.
Yeah, and this is a game that I really want to play, but I don't have people to play it with because you don't like it as much as me.
It's because like if I am gonna spend 3 hours playing a co-op, I would play this, but I don't really have that much of an inkling to play.
Yeah, it's no secret.
You can play it solo.
Yeah, yay. Was that serious? Is
Yeah.
it possible? Oh,
Yeah, of course.
I will check that out. I like co-ops in general better than you, and I like the Robinson Crusoe thing, but then it's so much luck in co-op because you have to either have an app or have luck to it to be interesting. But in this one, you're actually having cards instead of dice and stuff, and you see things that are going to happen a little bit on beforehand, so you have actually a chance to plan ahead and do what it's smart to do. In Robinson Crusoe, you can build like, oh, I'm making this medicine. We never needed it, but now we're flooded, so you should have built like fences and stuff. You don't get this problem here, and you also get your spirits trying to protect your island from conquistadors or something, and you're working together and have specialties of your own that you're trying to use. And I think those spirits you can be are really different to play with. And
absolutely, it's a really interesting game. It's a really heavy co-op game, where you have to plan, where you can actually plan out what you're gonna do, and you can probably almost always do what you're planning. It's a really good co-op game, but again, it's still a game I don't really see. I feel like I need to play.
Yeah. I think the only downside for me about this game is when you're choosing your cards that you want to play, it's quite a lot of talking and forth and back and forth, who's gonna do what, and that could be a little tedious with slow players and many players.
Yeah, it's a long game with 4 players. It feels like 3 hours, which is too much for this game. But yeah, it's a fun game.
I think it's gonna be quicker when all players know the game and know the characters they're playing with. I think that would be the funnest.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is your number 33.
Yeah.
And that is
Spirit Island.
Spirit Island. And my number 33 is Blood Rage.
Yeah.
It's a game of drafting cards, being cool, and placing monsters onto a table.
And dying.
And dying. And going to Ragnarok. No, going to Jotunheim. Valhalla. Not Jotunheim, that's something on the board. You go to Valhalla. I'm from Norway, so I should know these things.
You know your religion.
I know my Norse mythology. So yeah, this is a really fun blend of Eurogame and Ameritrash. Again, it's strange. I usually don't like this kind of conflict games, but as we spoke about a lot about this game, is that I don't really see my miniatures as people. I see them as resources, and I place resources out. Sometimes I lose my resources, sometimes my resources will do well, so I don't really feel like attached to the miniature, so I don't really care when they die. This is a really tense game, a fun game, where you will draft your strategy, trying to do cool stuff, trying to win different areas, trying to kill your guys if that's your strategy. So many different strategies. One thing, of course, is that you when you do the drafting, you can end up, like in all drafting games, getting none of the cards that will help your strategy, and that feels kind of bad, because you will not be as good fitted to play the next round and play as a player who did get great cards. But all in all, it's a game I really enjoy. It's always fun to play. It's doesn't take too long when everybody knows the game. Kind of easy to learn, not so many rules. It's a really good game.
Yeah, I like the drafting in this one, and I actually think that if you don't get cards that can help your strategy, it's really interesting to hate draft a little, because you will see the strategies that people are going for.
Yeah.
So you're just, oh, he's trying to get people to Valhalla, then I will take this card and trying to get some points, because then you won't get as many points that you could have gotten. And it's really hard drafting, because it's so many cool things, and you want to have them all, but you can't. And you also, I like the rage thing, that you spend rage to use your actions.
Yeah.
So then you're like, oh, should I use this rage to play this card, or should I move my dudes to get control of that area? I think that's really neat as well.
Absolutely. It's a good game.
Yeah,
and it's my number 33. So, this is your next to last game. For this video, it's number 32.
It's Suburbia.
It's Suburbia.
Yeah. I like this one. It's one of the oldest game in our collection.
Yeah, like for us. Yeah,
yeah,
the first game I bought used.
Yeah, and that worked really well to buy used games, so that it's recommended. Save the planet and stuff. Yeah, but it's a city building game.
Yeah,
and you're trying to build different boroughs in the same city. So you're not building together, but what I do in my part of the city is affecting what's happening in your part of the city.
It may, depending on what kind of pieces I have.
And it's nice the usual city building things that if you build a factory next to where someone lives, people are not gonna be happy, and you have to balance your what do you call population?
Income and reputation.
Also, yeah, reputation that also gives you points, but also your income. So if you get lots of points in the start, you will be having a hard time getting the buildings you want.
Yeah.
And if you have lots of money, you probably need to start working on them points. Yeah.
Yeah, but basically there's a point track, like the population is your point, so you want to have the most population in your city, and in the track there's kind of these lines, the red lines, and they are pretty far apart in the beginning and then get closer and closer, and every time you go over one of those lines, your income and your reputation goes one down. So if you don't balance them, you will end up getting no point money or actually have to pay money every round. Well, you get points. So you don't want to get too many points in the beginning.
Yeah.
Try to get some income going before you get too many points.
Yeah.
This is a really good game. It's one of my favorite games. It's going to be higher on my list, I'm pretty sure. It is a fantastic game. It's still fun every time we play it. We do have the expansions. We don't use all of it, but they're fun. It's a great game, which I just love to play every time we play it.
That's all.
That's all. That's your number 32. My number 32 is Heaven and Ale. This is a fantastic one-way street game where we walk our monks trying to build a brewery.
Build beer.
Build a brewery to brew beer to get points. And it's really, really cool. It is a game where we played it so many times, like in a short amount of time. I started to feel like it's got a bit samey, but it was fun all of those times, and I'm pretty sure, or I'm really sure that the next time I play it again, I mean, it's been quite some months since I played it, it's gonna be amazing to play it again. It is a game where you have to balance, again, income and not reputation, but like money and the different resources, because you have this track with all the resources that you have to get all the resources as high as possible, but you also have to get money to be able to buy more tiles, to build your brewery or your garden, and you also have to you get your brewmaster to walk on this line, because he will then be able to transform resources into other resources, so you will get the most amount of points. It's a very interesting game. It's quick. It's really easy to teach, but it's really hard to play well. It is a really good game, and that is Heaven and Ale.
Yeah, I like this one too. I feel like this is it's a complex game. It's medium hard, would you say?
Yeah, medium.
And it's a game that I feel like I'm really bad at. I don't get this game.
And if you want to have an example of that, you can go check out our Heaven and Ale playthrough on this channel and see. I think I won, didn't I?
Yeah, you won. Absolutely, you won. But I think it got interesting and nice elements to it. I really like the one-way streets, although I hate it because it's really hard to play.
You have to make decisions.
Yeah, I'm not good at that. Yeah, but I like it too.
That's my number 32. So we are at the last game for this video, or the last two games. If it's not a crossover, that would be strange. So what is your number 31?
My number 31 is one of them. Oh, it's not one of the newest game in our collection, but we got it at the GotCon.
Yeah.
And it's Signorie.
Signorie.
Yeah. And
from What's Your Game?
Yeah, and I really like that one. I think we've only played it 2 times so far, but I'm looking at the game in my shelf and I go, oh, that's a good game.
Have you only played it twice?
I think so.
Okay.
Once on the con.
Yeah, maybe 2 or 3 times, something like that.
Time here, yeah.
Yeah.
Could you explain the actions of the game and stuff? Because
it's has this really cool thing where you take dice, you roll dice of different colors, and you will take dice from this common dice pool, and depending on the number of the dice, you will get to do different kind of actions, and you will kind of build your own action board where you get assistance, which makes, like for example, I get an assistant, which makes every time I take a yellow die, I get some money, for example, and also you want to try to keep your numbers as low as possible, but if you have to, like, the different colors need a different kind of number to be able to use them, or you have to pay to be able to use them if they are a lower number, and also, like, if you get over a number, you won't get a bonus at the end of the round, which is really important. So it's a really nice, really cool mechanism of getting those dice. It's not my favorite What's Your game, but it's a really good one.
Yeah, and I like that you have to really focus a little bit on what the other player wants.
Yeah.
So you don't like, oh, I really need that dice, but you need it, so I really need to grab that dice as fast as possible, and you have to what do you call it? Decide what's the prioritize is the word I'm looking for. But your explanation was like 1,000 times better than the one I was gonna go for. So yeah, I really like this one.
You should, because it's your number 31.
More.
Yeah. So my number 31, the last game for this video, also uses dice.
Yeah.
You have your own dice, but they're not kind of your own dice, and that's one of the reasons why many people think this game is really mean, and many people don't, because they don't see it as their own dice. And that game is Trois. It's a game I heard about speaking to another media creator a long time ago on my podcast, and he was like, this is a great game. And I got it. I don't remember where I got it, but we got it, and we loved it. It is a great game where you have different dice. You roll your dice, and you can use your dice for free, and you can also buy dice from different people. So if I want to use your dice, I have to pay you coins depending on how many dice I'm using in my action, the different colors, and I will get different colored dice depending on what people I have in different buildings of the city. I can use the dice to put more people in the buildings. I can use the die to be able to use action cards that are around the table. There are different action cards around the table, around the board, depending on what game you play. You will do different ones each time. It's a really, really fun game, and you have this kind of semi-co-op thing where you have these events of people coming in doing stuff to your city, and you have to fight it off to be able to get rid of it, and people will not get negative things, and you'll also get points for that, of course. It's a great game which I love to play every time I play it. I think it's really important when you teach it to somebody to say, like, these dice are your dice, but they're not yours. You can't, like, you have to use the die you really want in the beginning of the round so that people will not buy the dice you really need. But it's a really, really good game, and that's why it's my number 31.
Yeah, I really like this one as well. And I don't feel like the die things are a problem at all, because if someone buys your dice, you can buy the other people's dice.
Because you get the money.
And sometimes you don't have any good dice yourself, and you have to buy dice from other people. And I think that eliminates very much of the luck in the dice rolling process, and I think that's really good. You don't end up getting screwed because you rolled a bad roll. And also I like that it's scoring cards that you reveal in the end of the game, that you have looked at one of them, but everyone scores that one, so you're trying to secretly get do something to get most points on that card, and you're also trying to deduct what the other players know, so you will get some points on their cards too.
Absolutely. And that's 10 more games or 20 more or something like that. We had like one crossover, so that's 19 more games, so we're top 50 games of all time. Keep tuning in, more games are coming soon. That's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. We are really, really happy that you guys are watching. Please comment under the video. Do you like some of these games? Hopefully you do, because they are cool games. Are there any of these games that you really want to check out? If so, do it, because they're really great. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and bye-bye.